Paul, a lot of football to get our teeth into, but first of all, you're going up to the hospital today for the visit. Tell us a bit about the event and what's going on and why it's so important to the club.
Yeah, I think it's it's obviously a tough time for children to be ill at any time, but especially over Christmas. If they're in hospital over Christmas, it's always it's far from perfect. So listen, it's just going up and showing our faces, handing a couple of presents out, and just trying to get out into the community and try and do some good. It's I think what it emphasises is no matter what's going on in football, and I'll be the first one to, I'm over serious about it at times. 100% is that it ain't the be all and end all. So it's we'll go up there and hopefully put a couple of smiles on a couple of faces and just spread some festive cheer, which is hard to come from me, but I will do it this afternoon.
And for the players and the staff as well, it's good as well to have that community spirit, but also
absolutely. I think there's a tremendous feeling of togetherness at the football club at the moment, and that's for many reasons, and long may it continue.
Yeah, that's a perfect segue, isn't it? Say the first weekend top of the league for what seems like an eternity now. And you're going into a league season now where you are the leaders, you are the ones being chased now.
Well, I think it's we are. I think there's lots of teams raise their game when they play Torquay United anyway, and that's only going to be emphasised now because we're top of the league. So I mean, there's two options: you either stay there or you get lower in the league. You can't get higher. So it's another challenge for us. I've got to be honest with you, I'm not too concerned where we are in the league right now, but the facts say we are top of the league. What I will say is we're the 8th team this season to be top of the league, so I think there'll be lots more.
And what that is,
twists and turns.
What that is a testament to how the club has been moving forward steadily in the last couple of months, and obviously Manager of the Month last month as well. So clearly there is a progression there, and it's a case of keeping that going.
Hopefully, it's slow progression, slow and steady. We're not going to win every game between now and the end of the season. Football isn't like that, and there will be highs and lows as there always will be. So it's just, it's such a horrible thing. It's never get too high, never get too low. Try and stay very, very consistent. Try and block out outside noise and just keep your head down and keep doing your job.
Would that be the message to the fans as well, not to get carried away over these sort of couple?
I think the fans they've had a rough time, and that's, again, as I've said in interviews before, that's nothing to do with me, and I'll never comment on that because I wasn't here, and you got no right to talk about it if you weren't here. But the fans have had a tough time, so let them enjoy it 100%. But football fans are knowledgeable people as well. They know it's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows all the way through to the end of the season. It just doesn't work like that. It never will. So enjoy it while it's there, and it's hopefully it lasts.
One thing they've been celebrating this week is the re-signing of Will Jenkins-Davis as well. It's fantastic to be able to have that commitment to the squad and be able to have that security in that as well.
Yeah, well, we've been working really hard on it behind the scenes for the past month, really. And Plymouth Argyle have been very accommodating. Got a good relationship down there, so that's a real big plus.
Yeah, and looking ahead to January, we'll be trying to use those relationships with Argyle.
I'm really happy with the squad at the moment. Really happy. I think there is always looking at areas you can improve or players that can improve the team, the squad. But as it stands right now, I don't think we'll be doing a crazy amount of business in January.
Before we touch upon the league and Hemel Hempstead on the weekend, a little bit of clarity needed on over the Worthing and Gosport situation in the FA Trophy. What's the latest that you've heard?
Same as you. So I need clarity on it. But it's from what I can gather, Gosport played an ineligible player against Tunbridge and against Worthing. I mean, like everyone else, I'm pretty sure we'll be away to Worthing on the 4th of January. I think that whether Gosport appeal it or not, I obviously don't know. It's a bit of a blow, to be honest with you. Away to Gosport's one thing, away to Worthing's a whole different matter. So,
is it frustrating at these times then that you do not know whether you are Worthing confirmed yet? You don't know whether you're a Gosport.
Yeah, look, it hasn't been confirmed, but we definitely won't be playing Gosport. That's for sure. So, whether Tonbridge have got something to say about it, which I imagine they probably will, because it seems strange to me that they played the player against Tonbridge and Tonbridge don't get rewarded. I don't know. It's a bit of a mess, but look, we'll play who we have to play, but don't be surprised if it's away to Worthing, which I'm pretty sure it will be.
And what do you say about the communication with the FA around this as well?
Yeah, it's not been great, but it's look, we got a game Saturday. We got other things to worry about, and at the end of the day, as long as we know by the 4th of January, we'll just go there and play it. It's what it is.
Perfect time to talk about Hemel Hempstead then. How's the preparations been this week?
Yeah, good. Boys are in a good place. We're working hard, and as always, very respectful of who we're playing. And as always, a very, very boring answer. We'll have to be at our best to get something out of the game. So it's just, reiterating our points, going over what we want to do and our objectives for the game, and just keep working hard. That's all we can do.
Fitness levels, are the squad in a nice healthy place at the moment? Have you picked up any injuries in the week?
We've got a slight issue with Jordan Thomas. He hasn't trained this week, but we're hopefully he'll come through and be fit for Saturday. It's nothing serious. If he's not fit, we've got a good cover to play there anyway. So.
Yeah, it's great squad depth at the moment, and you're seeing the goals are flying in the left, right, and centre at the moment as well. So it's a nice, healthy position for you guys to be in.
Yeah, we're doing all right. Yeah.
No, fantastic.
We're doing all right.
Brilliant. That's all.
No problem.
I know you don't like to look beyond Saturday's game, but with Boxing Day coming up, just let us in a little bit on what the timetable is, what the routine is, when are the players going to be training, when are they going to get to spend time with their families, management as well.
Yeah, well, it's obviously it's a strange time for a football player because you're working, but also very respectful of what you've just said. They we've got young players with some of them have got young families, and they need to see their families over the festive period. So we'll play 21st. We'll be off the Sunday. We'll train. Let me get my dates here. 23rd, 24th, Christmas Day. They'll be with their families. Play Boxing Day. And then we'll be off the day after. Then we're back in training right through until the Truro game.
It's pretty full on, isn't it? You must have been doing this this is not your first rodeo.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's just Christmas Day for me. It's different now. I've stopped playing. I can eat more, as you can tell, and have a beer with family and friends. But when you're playing, it's just another day, and you just it's you're getting ready. I think what I will say, I love football over Christmas. I think it's something about it. You always get a bigger crowd. The fans are always very happy, and it's always a different atmosphere over Christmas. Boxing Day games, I've had some great memories on Boxing Day, and it's me personally, I'm not into a winter break because I think Boxing Day I'm a bit traditionalist. I like it. It's a busy period. It's a period when you can pick up points. It's a period where you can lose points as well. But I just think it's a balancing act. There's so many games that you're not training flat out anyway. You're kind of ticking over, and it's sometimes you're just ticking a box. It's good to get the boys in and just know that you've done the right thing, for the game. But and there's also a lot of trust that goes into them as well, and I trust my voice. So.
I was just going to come on to that. You trust them. Obviously, they're professional sportsmen, but you trust them to do the right thing over Christmas.
Well, look, they haven't let me down so far. So the new bunch of you. I think, listen, they're all men, aren't they? You've got to give people trust. You can't be a control freak and you got no control of them over them all the time. So you have to trust what they're doing in their spare time. And so far, so good. I mean, they've given me no reason to not trust them.
And you were talking about big crowds for Christmas festive games. Now the club's come up with this Project 4K for Saturday to try and get a crowd over 4,000. Everybody seems to be getting quite excited about that on social media. I keep talking to people saying, yeah, we'll come along. We haven't been this season. Are you kind of feeling that momentum for this game?
As long as I don't have to run 4K, that's all that matters. But I just think it coincides obviously with little unbeaten run we're on and scoring a couple more goals and winning games, and I hate it, going top of the league. There is that, and it's Christmas as well. I think it's great. I mean, if we get over 4,000, perfect. Hopefully we play well and get another result, which some of the fans that don't always come think, do you know what, I love that, and I'll go to the next game. So I think it's a good initiative from the club.
This is a little bit of a weird one, Rick. You've got 30 years in the game.
What a surprise, Clive.
30 years experience in the game, Paul. Just down the corridor, there's going to be a Torquay United museum opening shortly. I'm just wondering what you've kept from your career.
On my medals and shirts, match-worn shirts. I've got a match-worn shirt from every season I was involved at Plymouth, Southampton, Oxford, Yeovil. I've got one of them. And medals that I've got. Other than that, I was never a programme collector. My mum and dad got a scrapbook, which don't get many entries now. But this is a good ad. Memories.
Very good.
Kept memories.
Right, I've got a serious one for you.
Go on.
You're top of the league. Congratulations. What a lot of people like about you is we think you might be a little bit glass half empty. So where can this team keep improving? What do you want to see second half of the season?
I think we can improve in every area. Absolutely. What I love about the group, no matter what the result or the performance brings, that they do show an honesty in every game, bar one, which we all know about. They run hard. I've got to say, they are a real. They're a pleasure to be around. They're a really good bunch of lads. They all get on great, which is important. I think you've got to look for constant improvement all the time, no matter what you're doing. That's me as well, 100%, because I get loads of things wrong on a daily basis. Just looking, evaluating and seeing where you've gone wrong and trying to put it right. But I think overall the boys, they work hard. You can forgive a lot of mistakes when people work hard, I think. So we'll just, game by game, mate, we'll just keep going.
Okay. Cody was a date for last weekend and he played. Is that any sort of ongoing issue?
No, he basically had a tight calf. He got a whack in it at Boreham Wood, and he was managing it through, and it got worse and worse and worse. So if the Horsham game had been a league game, I may have lent on him a little bit, but we didn't have to. But Cody's a really good professional, looks after himself really well. It's not ongoing, no, it's gone now. So
thank you.
Just quickly talking about Cody, he gets a lot of attention during games, doesn't he? I mean, how's he managed that? Because it must be frustrating, as well as, I know his game is quite physical as well.
Yeah.
But it must be frustrating to not get the decisions.
Yeah. I think it's strange now. You get some referees who pick up on everything, and you get other refs who just let it go. A bit like playground rules, So it's he does take a battering, but he's a handful himself.
Yeah.
I think it's live by the sword, die by the sword, is it? What I will say was I thoroughly enjoyed him and Robinson going bang at it on Saturday, because neither player took a backward step.
Yeah.
Two honest professionals, both in their early 30s, and they basically kicked hell out of each other. And as the final whistle went, I saw it out of the corner of my eye, they just turned out a big cuddle and got on with it. And I thought, that's how football should be, that's how it used to be.
Yeah.
So, that was good. But yeah, listen, Cody takes a kick, but Cody can look after himself. He's how he recovers
that's
after
what
games.
you want him to be like.
Yes,
Yeah.
well, that's what he is. I don't think he can be anything else. So, he's just he's been around the block, hasn't he? And I think he's got no problem with that.
We chatted last week about Ben and Ollie. Is it up this weekend for them?
Last game Saturday.
Yeah. Has any decisions been made on what may or may not be happening with them?
It's a difficult situation at Bath because they haven't got a manager at the moment. So I think the decision will be made on Monday.
After the weekend.
Yeah, I think we'll get the weekend out of the way and then see where we are.
Fine. I don't know, has it happened before this season where we've played a team that's just sacked the manager or changed the manager and brought a load of players in? I think it happened, did it once before this season? I can't quite remember now. But Hemel are in that boat, aren't they? They've just brought in a new manager from Hendon. He's brought some players with him.
Yeah.
What's your sort of reading of those sort of situations? Do you have to take that into account, or do you just block that out and go?
I definitely take it into account. He's a good friend of mine, Lee Allinson. I managed against him lots when he was at Hendon. He's a good guy. Someone I speak to on a weekly basis. Got a lot of time for him. I'm looking forward to seeing him.
Right.
You definitely do get a new manager bounce, 100%. I'm not sure how many games they hadn't won for. You can correct me. I think it was 14, 15.
13 or 14, yeah.
And then they go and beat Weymouth 3-0 comprehensively as well. The players he's brought in from Hendon, Joe White's a good player, I know, having managed against him. And Lee's a good guy and he'll definitely get a response. So it does I think it makes a big difference to a game, definitely. And Weymouth, of course, as well.
New manager in there as well,
so
yeah.
Fino, I played with at Plymouth. I know Warren. Yeah. I know Warren well as well.
Oh, right. So he was at Plymouth with...
In my second stint at Plymouth.
Right.
We was old then. But, in my second... Fino's a great guy as well. So the next two teams we play have both got new managers. So there is... I definitely feel you get a new manager bounce. Absolutely.
You'd rather play them without than the new. Yeah, probably. Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, good.
Any questions on WJD?
I was waiting.
Well, Jed sort of asked about it, and
I just feel like it's been a common thing. I just
quite
miss it. Ask me.
Yeah,
ask me.
I've asked every week. You've only got him to the end of the season.
Yeah, thrilled though. Great to get it done.
Yeah. And you know Adam Randall. And
I know Rand.
You know. I don't know whether you've worked with him and done any coaching with him.
Yeah.
A lot of the Torquay fans are not trying to compare Will with him, but obviously he came to us, had a season with us, moved on upwards.
Yeah.
They're a different type of player,
Agreed.
A different sort of midfield player.
Agreed. Yeah.
What's the trajectory, do you think, for Will, and where could he go?
I think
he's only just 20, isn't he?
Yeah, I think obviously in the immediate short term to keep doing as well as he can for Torquay United. He's out of contract in the summer. I think he needs to do as well as he possibly can, and then see what happens with his parent club. To give himself every chance of getting another contract, wherever that might be. Because I think, as we spoke about last week, it's to have longevity as a professional footballer. We spoke about it with Marks, didn't we? That it's very tough. Now he's got the natural attributes to do that. And what I mean by that is his desire and his work rate is as good as I've ever seen, to be honest with you. Getting him off the training grounds at a hardship. He wants to stay out there all the time. He's an infectious character as well, and he's obviously hit a bit of form at the minute. So he's got everything he can to have a career in football at whatever level that is. I've got no idea, and time will only tell that. But he'll definitely make a career out of playing football.
As an attacking player, I know you love coaching and you love trying to improve players and teach them things and everything. Is he? I'm sure the answer is yes, but is he a good receiver of things, and can you see him improving even in the time that you've had him this season in stuff on the training ground and in matches?
He's coachable.
Yeah,
he's coachable. He wants to be coached. There is some players who are uncoachable, absolutely.
Yeah.
he's definitely coachable, but he's got his opinion as well. Bless him. He's not shy in saying his opinion, which I don't always agree with. I'm sure he don't always agree with my opinion, but no, you can't help but love him.
No,
great character.
No.